Hello, and welcome to page 23 of my graphic novel of comic strips called Found Earth. Coming back to you again this week. Spent last weekend at the Lexington Comic Con 2018 in Lexington, Kentucky. It was great. There were lots of people there. It was huge. It still did not have enough space for the number of people that were going to be there. I don't know if there's like a crowd management problem or whatever, but we were sardines and the escalator broke, so we were all climbing stairs and standing in line for the same stairs to go up floors and stuff. But I'm not on here to complain about everything that went wrong. We met Tara Strong, who does the voices for half the cartoons that kids watch now. My Little Pony, Teen Titans Go, Teen Titans, the Harley Quinn. We met Trevor Von Eden, who did the Venom storyline for Batman. We met Greg Capullo, who did that really good run in Batman 52 and is now doing Batman Metal, did Reborn, Spawn for a while, X-Force, Quasar. I think I have a What If that he did as well, something to do with Reed Richards. I also have a bit of a runny nose because, the weather keeps changing up and down. Met Jay Lee for a little bit. Got his first published work autograph. And then just basically got to shop around and stuff. I bought this Spawn issue with a variant cover that cost way too much. But it was really cool because it was a tribute to Spider-Man. And it was fun. And I enjoyed myself. And it's a good place to meet people and to encourage other people who are trying to do the same things that you're doing, and to just generally meet a lot of really nice people. So I recommend going to comic book conventions, small ones, big ones, it doesn't matter. Pick out somebody who isn't doing anything, commission something, because you never know, they might make it big, they might go on and do something. And if they don't, then you have a really nice piece of artwork anyway that's hanging on the wall. I commissioned a Batman, Superman #1 from the New 52 for DC. I had that commissioned by somebody to do a sketch cover for, and I wanted Catwoman and some skulls, and he did a really good job, and so I'm just waiting to hang it on the wall at this point. I encourage you to go out and do this. Find a con somewhere. Encourage people. When you get far enough along that you actually have something to present to people, I encourage you to get tables at the con. Any con. Start small. Make up a table. Go to other cons. Look and see how people have theirs set up. Stand up. Be happy. Be presentable. Be attractive to other people by smiling and talking with people. And what annoys me most, though, is when people are aggressive about grabbing people that are walking by the table. That annoys me, but I'm an introvert, so that could just be me. Had one person do that to me, and it turned me off completely. I like this little 4-panel spread here with all the faces. You get to see all their shocked faces at once. It's just something a little different. When I get into the mentality that it's a comic strip, I get into the mentality that everything should be just kind of like Jim Davis with Garfield, where you have 3 panels of people doing almost the exact same thing. Maybe one action panel of Garfield doing something to Odie, and then the rest of it's just standing there staring at each other. Makes for a great, easy, fun comic strip with a good story. Makes for a horrible comic book or graphic novel. So, I try to do different scenes in every panel. And I try to make every page look just enough different to hold your attention. Because if I did the same 3 panels every page, that would be boring and you would stop reading after a while. I like the Looney Tunes cloud of dust when they disappear. You know, you watch the old Looney Tunes where, you know, they look at you and then there's something going on, and they go poof and disappear, and all you see is the cloud and the running lines. That's enjoyable. That's where I pull that from, the cartoons, the Looney Tunes. And so you see once again that our character is, the character Lift here is in danger once more and doesn't quite realize how much danger he's actually in. This is my chance to do some exciting action scene, or at least turn a potentially mundane scene into something with a bit more oomph to it. Studying a little bit of anime, pick up some anime books from the library, read through it, see what they do in certain situations when something's exciting, and then try to implement some of that into the story as well. So you have a bit of the anime action tick marks going off around Lift and this T-Rex. So there's the pencils and so on. I'm not entirely sure where I got the 4 panels to see everything from. I don't know if I got that from somewhere or if that's just something that I instinctively did. I can't remember seeing that in a comic book too terribly often, so I don't know. Maybe it was from a Rob Liefeld cover, where first appearance Cable, that I pulled the idea from. He is one of the inspirations for the drawing style. Something to color in, you know. Oh, it could be like Andy Warhol, where you have the 4 images of the same person and they're all colored slightly different. Just something to think about if you're going to download this page and then color it in. Could make for an interesting work. Maybe I'll just have this part reprinted and we'll go from there and print that off. That would make a neat cover. Thinking out loud, throwing stuff here. I tend to wing these voiceovers. Still using my pens, you know, the 005, the 01, the 05, the 03 for the dialogue. Trying different things. Throw a bunch of stuff at the wall, see what sticks. But I highly recommend going to cons and supporting artists, and as soon as I get something together, completed, or enough of these pages that I can sell them individually as coloring pages or prints, then I guess I will get a table too and get my own advice. But yeah, I commissioned a piece of artwork and it turned out great, and I bought a stupid expensive comic book just for the cover. Oh, and it's part of the collection too. If I want the whole run of Spawn, I'll need that comic as well. But I have it in a frame. I'm going to hang it on the wall because it's a really well done Todd McFarlane Spawn cover. Looks like an old Spider-Man. Basically, these bosses know that something dangerous is happening and coming, and the worker's clueless, and they book it before the dangerous thing happens, leaving the worker there to take the brunt of the danger that's coming. And I've seen that too often at work as well. I don't know. We'll see what else I can pull special effects from. So, in the future, different ways of drawing these things. So we'll play with them all. I like having lots of different toys and toolboxes to pull from. So, if you like this, feel free to contribute at the Patreon, Alan Dunlap. Please like, share, and subscribe the video, and encourage others to watch it as well. Special thanks to Scott Snyder and Joe Lambden for contributing to the Patreon account, and We shall see you next week. Well, you'll listen to me next week anyway. And have a good week. Be good to each other. Be kind. And use the golden rule. Alright. There's your moral story for the day. Have a good week, everybody.